My name is Maria Silva. I am a co-founder of an organization called Two Birds and Three Nails with my husband. My husband is a police officer and I was a flight attendant. When we heard about human trafficking, the actual word came out of a television. So I prayed about it, and God kind of put in my heart to do Two Birds and Three Nails. And the meaning behind Two Birds and Three Nails is it represents the cross. And for us, if we are going to be in the field when we are trying to set captives free from this crime of human trafficking, the way we see it is nobody is free until they really come to the cross.
Well, I'm Adam Golab, and I'm the founder and president of the People Against the Trafficking of Humans at USF, or PATH as we call ourselves. And I've been working in this position for 2 semesters now. I ended up actually getting in contact with the task force. Basically, I just started attending their meetings, saw that there was a need, decided to make it one of the foci of my study, and when I realized that that was something I could bring to the school, decided to take the steps and go ahead and make that a student organization.
I got involved in human trafficking investigations in 2007. I was assigned to the Criminal Intelligence Unit. Our primary responsibility was investigating adult entertainment within the city. Through career development courses and conferences and stuff like that, we realized that the girls, a lot of the girls are victims and we're missing out. So we took a whole new different approach, and we started looking closer at the girls, interviewing people, talking to people, talking to other businesses, and trying to develop information.
A lot of students don't even know that that exists in the United States, specifically in Florida, and a lot of them have no idea that Tampa is one of the highest ranking cities in the nation for human trafficking.
Tampa is considered a port for human trafficking. We have the Amtrak, right? We have the ports. Then we have the airports. And it's a big tourist attraction for spring break.
As far as a big hotspot for human trafficking, there is no specific location. These types of activities, being human trafficking, forced labor, they take place in every neighborhood.
We decided that we were going to go to the streets and minister to the people that is trapped in the lifestyle of prostitution. Not only did we encounter women that are enslaved in this lifestyle, but we also got to speak to the pimps.
A lot of times their cell phones are taken away from them. They don't have any contact with the outside world. So all they know is this pimp or handler or trafficker that paints this beautiful picture that, hey, you do this for me, everything's gonna be perfect, we're gonna have the house, the white picket fence, we're gonna have the Bentleys, we're gonna have the cars, we're gonna have all this money, painting the picture for this lifestyle that is not existent.
And they have something called breaking the product, and this is where they break their spirit, and they do all kinds of stuff for them to do what they want them to do, right? And then from here, and they move them every 3 days because they don't want them to be familiar with the environment, to be able to ask for help and then get away.
And what they do is they'll have the girl help them recruit somebody else, and she moves up within the organization. She'll become what is called a bottom. And that bottom is like the second in command of an organization. And they'll snatch people right off the street. We've had it right here in Tampa. I've had a girl get snatched right out of Ybor City. The girl got lost from her friend in Ybor City. She was 15 years old, and she needed a ride home. The pimp tried to befriend her and said he would give her a ride home. And in fact, when she got in the car, he drove the opposite direction. She got concerned. He stopped, picked up another couple of girls. She says, wait a minute, you're not taking me to where I'm supposed to go. And the next thing you know, this girl's being taken to Orlando. When she gets in Orlando, she's stripped of all her stuff, her phone, any kind of contact with her parents. She's taken to a hotel room and taken to a room where she's given specific instructions what she's gonna do, and they even put the furniture in front of the door. So I mean, that's one example where a girl 15 years old gets taken right from the street.
A couple of years ago, a 5-year-old that was trafficked here in the Hillsborough Parks Recreation, one of those summer camps that you drop your kids off in the summer in the morning and pick them up at night, and this went on for 7 weeks. You know, the parents are dropping them off, in the lion's den and picking them up, and it seems like everything's okay. And so these kids are so afraid to speak. They're so afraid to talk. And so these are the things that we have to really be aware of because they're in our backyard.
The story that's touched me the most from my research was a 9-year-old Guatemalan girl who was trafficked inside Guatemala and then later smuggled into the U.S. And she was with her trafficker for 5 years, ended up getting pregnant twice during that time.
So a lot of these girls, when they get rescued and they're underage, they really don't have anywhere to go. So they go right back to the street and they go right back to their traffickers.
A lot of these girls, they just want somebody to care about them. That's all they want. And we try to help bridge the gap and bring everybody together.
And I really believe that in this generation that we can end human trafficking. If we only lock arms and stand side by side, we can cover a lot of grounds and we'd be able to end it together for the next generation.
We all have the same goal, which is to end human trafficking. I don't know if we'll ever be able to accomplish that, and if we do, then great. If we don't, we'll just continue to fight against it for the survivors.
As long as the people are looking for that, it's going to exist. It's big money. And they can make $7,000 a week per girl. So as long as that money's there, I don't see an end. But we've got a lot of top shelf guys and girls that get out there and get it done.